Hey everybody, I didn't want to make this video, but it seems I have to because I've been having an ongoing situation with somebody for over a year now where what they do is say certain things and then they'll disappear, but they're disappearing for a reason. Some of you are aware of this certain individual that goes by the name Tiny Dancer, and she is indeed a shit disturber in the community, and some of you know why. She has been around for many years and was extremely active in many chats until a certain incident happened and she disappeared. Now, once again, some of you know exactly what that incident, or you could say incidents, are because it happened earlier this year, and I will not get into that until I do a part 2 or even a part 3 of, this series, if you can call it that, because one video will not suffice. So let me go ahead and start off with this. Tiny Dancer is back, but not under the name Tiny Dancer, and she just likes to talk a lot of shit, usually because she can't let things go. In fact, she is making up many of the things she says and not providing any proof because that is her MO. She loves to work this way. She'll say nasty and dangerous things about people whenever there is a large audience watching, i.e. Jessica's Messica's chat from last night, and provide no proof, then she will disappear. In fact, she loves to twist words such as make me seem if I was doxing her when in reality she doxed me, and not only once but several times. Here is her first dox on me and further proof of many more doxes. July 31st, 2021 is rather significant. The manic night of calls and screaming voicemails because I didn't answer the phone. Now, in hindsight, I should have saved those voice recordings, or rather those voice messages. But, hindsight is 2020. I didn't think this was gonna happen, all of this, so I just didn't. Then we have the second dox. Then here is her lack of responsibility for anything and everything she does. Oh, and let's not forget she is a suicide baiter. She loves blaming you for everything she does because, once again, she never likes to take responsibility for anything, especially her own actions. Furthermore, any video that shows how screwed up she really is, especially the one of her doxing me and saying a lot of things, gets taken down. Now, let me continue into something where it gets dark. There are several reasons why I cut ties with Tiny Dancer, but one of the main ones, or should I rather say, the main reason, was setting men up for legal troubles. As in, getting them arrested because they won't do as she wants them to do in the quote-unquote relationship. She has said to me with utter confidence that she likes to get her partners/ex-partners arrested as a form of revenge. She also mentioned a very specific story as an example. It was of a man. He was a black guy from Toronto that used to visit her in Winnipeg and then, of course, return home after a few days, typically on a weekend. She found out he was married and exacted her revenge by setting him up and getting him arrested. Some of you might say this was his karma, and sure, karma does work itself into the balance of things, but as soon as I heard this, I was done. Game over. I wasn't going to allow somebody to take me away from my mother while she is in the grips of her illness. for their own selfish bullshit reasons. So I decided to stop any and all contact with her. I will not mention we've seen this before because I just don't want to get into it. But one thing I will say is after I heard that story, it was so troubling to me that after cutting all ties with Tiny Dancer, I did and have been searching for this guy to give my account of what she told me in confidence as a way to make things right. And I have been unsuccessful, but that doesn't mean I won't keep trying to right the wrong of what she did to what seemingly is an innocent man. I don't know the full and whole story. All I know is that she told me in confidence that she set the man up. And I don't like that because there are multiple cases out there of men and women being set up by people that they're in a relationship with. I don't find this right. And I would rather correct a wrong than do nothing at all. So if she has told you this story and you know who this guy is, then please contact me or him to just make things right. That's the least you can do. And last but not least, you would never guess who she is or was with, and is one of the reasons she changed her name to TopGothMommy. There is always a reason. If somebody is well known in the community, there's always a reason why they would change their name, because then when you start going by a different name, then people won't recognize you in said community. So she was known all over by Tiny Dancer, and there are specific reasons, or one main reason why she changed her name, and it is shocking. So I will leave that for another time, maybe in part 2 or even part 3, because there's a whole lot of stuff to go over and talk about, because this well does go deep. And I will be back. Thanks for listening to this, and take care.